physics department at Northeastern University has very competitive and very comprehensive program here.
There are a couple of big experiments that we've been working on in the last few years. One is at the Fermilab near Chicago, and that is called the D0 experiment.
For the last year, I mainly focused on biological network-related research. So some projects are related to disease, rare diseases. Some projects were related to viral infections in a host cell, and we studied the different types of networks underlying in the cell.
In my lab, I currently have 3 graduate students, actually 4, and they work on a variety of topics, computational material science, and also in this biomedical physics area of trying to understand heart rhythm disorders. And it's very interdisciplinary. Even though they work on different topics, they work together and each other develop very sophisticated computational codes to be able to tackle these complex systems. And afterwards, some of them go on to do postdocs in some of the leading universities in the country. My last 3 students that I graduated in 2006, 4 students, are all doing postdocs in leading places, Northwestern, UC Davis, McMaster in Canada, and other places. And then after that, some of them go and develop academic career in universities, and some go in industry, some go back to their country. It's a very international bunch. So it's a very exciting and interdisciplinary group. We should do research and make ties to various areas of research.
Most of the researchers have several graduate students that work on the various experiments in the area. Graduate students will take on independent projects studying a particular biological system that's studied in one of these labs. In my lab, we have a lot of separate projects. Various proteins that interact with DNA will pick a specific biological system, such as HIV. We study proteins involved in HIV replication. So when a graduate student comes in, they'll pick a project that involves one of these particular proteins and take that on as the thing that they're going to study and learn all about that particular protein, how it's involved in replication, do research using optical tweezers, studying the DNA-protein interactions, and eventually write several papers that get published in this area, understanding HIV replication. So there are a lot of different groups that graduate students can join and study these different biological systems.
We're also involved in the experiment, what's called the CMS experiment at the new Large Hadron Collider at CERN in Switzerland. And again, we have had a number of students that helped to put this experiment together, putting in the electronics, studying how the signals were looking from the detectors, and then later looking at the data. And so we have graduate students who are doing, of course, maybe more sophisticated things in terms of the interpretation of the data.
I feel very honored to work here as a graduate student for my graduate study because I feel the research here we do here is really cutting edge. We're really leading the field of the world, and I think the beauty of working here is that we can think of a really ambitious project and just pursue it.